So hello all, how are you? It's the third day and we are on basic maths and today we are going to learn HCF and LCM. Yes. I know that lastly we are dealing with fractions. Yes, पॉडमास कर रहे थे and fraction का question आया था. Then I told you that कि we are going to learn this concept in next lecture. But before that I understand this thing. Learn rather than learning fraction directly, first we need to understand regarding the HCF and LCM. Okay, so let's start with the HCF and LCM first. But before HCF and LCM you need to understand this thing, prime factorization. Okay, so as I can see that HCF and LCM you can find with the prime factorization. Now what do you mean by prime factorization? So you need to learn all the divisibility rule, the rule of number, divisibility rule of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and after the rule of divisibility rule you can answer any question in the prime factorization method. So like I'm giving you a prime factorization of 12. How can we find prime factorization of 12? It's a very simple method, just try to understand over here. 12, do whatever you are doing over here in long division method, do it like upside down. Here we are having 2 6 are 12, so here you need to write 2 6 are 12. Then 6 is here, 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6. Now we cannot divide by 2, so we are going to start with 3 1s are 3. Whatever you are doing with long division, do it over here with upside down method. Am I clear? If we'll see for 72, so let's start with the 72 now. 72. If I'll do long division over here, 72, for 72, 2 3s are 6, 1 is remaining, 2 2 6 are 12. Okay, now understand this thing very clearly. When we are going to do upside down, we are not having that much space. कैसे करना है वो समझ लो. Okay, I'm using different colors. So 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6. What is remaining? 1 is remaining. Okay, now it's become 2 and 1, 1 and 2, so it's a 12. We are on second platform, so 2 6 are 12. It's a easy, it's a very easy. Again, for 36 what we are going to do, 2 1s are 2, what is remaining? 1 6, 2 8s are 16. What we are doing over here step by step in platform method, you need to do over here in one step. 2 1s are 2, 1 is remaining. Now it's become 16, 2 8s are 16. Very easy. Now 2 9s are 18. We cannot divide by 2, so 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3. Again, with the help of this method, let's try to start a try to find a factor of 50. Okay, 50 first. 2 2s are 4, 1 is remaining, and now it is 10. 2 5s are 10. Now I don't have direct multiplication of 25 in table of 2, so we need to take the help of 5. 5 5s are 25 and 5 1s are 5. That's how you are getting prime factors. Now how we are going to write that part is remaining. What is the factor? Prime factorization, not only factor. Prime factorization of 12. 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3. What is prime factorization of 72? 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 3. What is prime factorization of 50? 2 multiply by 5 multiply by 5. All those things. Am I clear? Now, as soon as you can complete your prime factorization, then and then we need to jump on HCF and LCM. Now, what do you mean by HCF and LCM? That is clear in your mind. Highest common factor and lowest common multiple. Here we are considering about factor, and here we are considering about multiple. First, you need to understand the theory, then you can go through the method. Now, factor means what? We need to find the factors of this number. Means if I am considering factor of 30, means factor of 30 is obviously equal to 30 or less than. Am I clear? Yes or no? Factor of 30 is equal to 30 or less than 30. Where multiply, lowest common multiple. Now multiple of 30 is equal or more than, yes or no? When we are considering HCF, lots of students are having mistakes over here. Understand this thing very clearly. F factor, HCF. F means what? Factor. And when we are considering the factor, factor is what? Equal or less than. As we have discussed over here, factor is always C, equal or less than. And what is multiple? Multiple means what we need to do? Multiplication. Multiplication is what? It's a more than or equal to. So whenever someone is asking you a factor of 30 means what? In which number, in which table we are having 30? Okay, if 30 is present in a table of 2, then 2 is a factor of 30. If 3, then 3 is a factor of 30. If 5, if in a number, in a table of 5, 30 is there, so 3, 5 all are factors. But when someone is asking you a multiple, so what is your answer? Multiple. For multiple, in multiple of 30, in table of 30, 30 itself, only one table you need to consider, one table, which is what? Table of 30, and you will find the multiple of 30. Am I clear? Yes or no? Okay, very good. Now we are considering again HCF. So again we need to start for HCF and LCM. We need a more than one or two like digit. More than one is sufficient. So if I am considering, find the HCF of 30 and 24. So how we are going to start? First find the factors of 30. 2 ones are 2, 1 is remaining. Now it's becoming 2 5s are 10. 2 we are not going to start divide with 2, we are going to divide with 3. 3 5s are 5 ones are. What is factor of 30? 2 into 3 into 5. And over here, what is factor of 24? So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 6 are 12, 2 threes are 6, and 3 ones are 3. So what is factor of 24 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Now, as per the name, we need to consider highest common factor. So in both, who is common? 2 is common, 3 is common. So in both, what is common? 2 and 3. That we need to understand. 2 threes are 6. Am I clear? But when someone is asking me about LCM of this same number, okay, LCM of 30 and 24. So this time you don't have to do it this method of different. Okay, different method, modern method is there, but we are going to first understand that traditional one, and then you will get the idea. Okay, you need to perform the prime factorization simultaneously over here. 2 15s are, 2 12s are, 2 is there, 15 as it is, 6, 2 15s are as it is, 3, 3 5s are, 3 1s are, 5 1s are, 1. So what is LCM? Directly you can write 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 5. Now if we're going to multiply all those things, 2 2s are 8, 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 3 5s are 15, and 15 8s are how much? Yes, 120. So what is LCM of 30 and 24 is 120. Now, rather than this traditional method, some lots of students are having like mistakes in this thing. So rather than this, I'm going to give you a modern method. This is not actually modern method. This is what we can say that that is we are using in a higher grade. Okay, so I'm giving you. If you are comfortable with this method, you can use by the one prime factorization. If I am considering 30 and 24, by the one prime factorization you are going to find the HCF and LCM both. Now it's a very interesting. Okay, try to understand. 30, 2 15s are, 3 5s are, 5 1s are. 24, 2 12s are, 2 24s are, sorry last, 2 6 are, then 2 3s are, 3 1s are. What is the factor of 30? Prime factor of 32 into 3 into 5. And what is the factor of 24? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Now, the one and most important steps over here that you need to understand that is it visible? I guess yellow color is not visible that much. You're going to use black. You need to write this thing in the form of order. So 2 is repeated one time. So we are going to write 2 raised to the 1, 3 raised to the 1, 5 raised to the 1. And over here 2 is repeated how many times? 3 times. 2 raised to the 3, 3 raised to the 1. Okay. If a number 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 is there, 7 raised to the how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means 7 raised to the 4. If 10 multiply by 10 2 times, 10 raised to the 2. So you need to understand. Now, if I'm going to write this thing, 5 cube means what? 5 into 5 into 5. Okay. So you need to understand this thing very, very clearly. Again, 2 cube and 3 1. You can write HCF and LCM by this thing only. HCF what? HCF means what? You have to consider the lowest power number from the both term. Here we are having 2 raised to the 1, 2 raised to the 3. Which one is the lowest power? So 2 raised to the 1. Here we are having 3 raised to the 1, 3 raised to the 1, and everyone you can take. And lastly, we are having 5 raised to the 1. Sir, can we consider 5 raised to the 1? No. When we are having nothing, you can add 5 raised to the 0. Okay. And 5 raised to the 0 means what? Any number is having 0 power means what? 1. If 10 is having 0 power 1. If A is having 0 power 1. If 9 is having 0 power 1. Always anyone is having 0 power means what? 1. Am I clear? Okay. So what is my answer? 2 into 3 into 1, 2 3s are 6. LCM directly. Here we have to consider the lowest power. Here we are going to use the highest power. In both 2 raised to the 3 highest, in both 3 raised to the 1 highest, in both 5 raised to the 1 highest. So here we are going to consider highest power. This is very interesting trick. If you are having this trick in your mind, you can flex it over anywhere. Okay. So try to understand. You need to learn this thing later or sooner. Okay. So try to understand now. 2 cube 8, 3 into 5, 8 3s are 24 and 5 is 120. By only one method you can find HCF and LCM. Let's try to solve one more example with this method of we'll say a number 36, then 12, and we'll consider 50. Okay, here you will get all this answer. 36, 2 18s, okay, or rather than directly, let me give you a step. 2 1s are 2, then 2 8s are 60, 2 9s are 3 3s are 3 1s are 12, 2 6s are 12, 2 3s are 6, 3 1s are 3, and for 50, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are, okay, sorry, 2 5s are 10, then 5 5s are 5 1s are. So we are having factor of 36 is what? 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Then what is factor of 12? 2 into 2 into 3. And what is factor of 50? 2 into 5 into 5. So now understand this thing very carefully. The second step in this modern method is what? You need to write this thing in a form of order. Okay. So what do you mean by order? 2 2 times, 3 2 times, 2 2 times, 3 1 time, 2 1 time, 5 2 times. Now if we are going to find the HCF LCM of from these three numbers, so we need to add whatever is remaining. So 5 is remaining, add 5 raised to the 0. What is remaining? 5 raised to the 0. What is remaining? 3 raised to the 0. Sir, how we are going to apply those things? So this is the method. Like we are going to consider the lowest one. So lowest one is what? Among these three is what? 0. Now for the HCF, understand lowest power, lowest power. Okay, among the all three, which one is the lowest? 2 square, 2 square, 2 raised to the 1. So yes, 2 raised to the 1 is the lowest. 3 square, 3 raised to the 1, 3 raised to the 0. Which one is the lowest? Yes, 3 raised to the 0. Because 3 raised to the 2 is here, 1 is here, 0 is here. Which one is the lowest? 0 is the lowest one. That's why we are going to consider the 0. Here, what is the lowest one? 5, 5, 5, 5 raised to the 0. So what is your answer? 2 into 1 into 1. Why 1? Any number is having 0 power is always 1. Answer is what? 2. Now for LCM. And for LCM, I'm going to change the color of my pen is what? Red color. Highest power. Now you have to consider highest power of from the all three. 2 square, 2 square, 2 raised to the 1, we are going to consider 2 square. If 2 raised to the 3 is also there, we need to consider 2 raised to the 3. Okay, 3 square, 3 raised to the 1, 3 0, 3 square, 5 0, 5 0, 5 square, 5 square, we are going to consider. What is my answer? 4 into 9 into 25. What is my answer? 4 9s are 36 into 25 is your last answer. So that's how you need to find the LCM and HCF by the one method, which is modern method. Modern method is very easy. You need to first write this thing into a exponent form. After the writing in form, what you need to do in HCF, you need to consider lowest power. In LCM, you need to consider highest power. That's it. Very easy, but make sure that until and unless you are not having clear long divisibility rule in your mind, you are not going to survive in this HCL sim. So maths is not always about that thing कि maths is always like कि कर लो तुम डर जाओगे ये वो नहीं. Maths is again having some parts for remember. Okay, that you need to remember. Okay, remember is the key where you need to like you will get the success. Okay, formula you need to learn, formula you need to learn, but theories or statement you need to remember. Okay, now you are asking me कि सर मैथ्स में तो कुछ याद रखने जैसा नहीं है. यार मैथ्स में ही है सब कुछ याद रखने जैसा. Maths is the only subject yet that you are having the practical ideas. Okay, so understand the divisibility rule very easy clearly, and if you are having a confusion in divisibility rule, then make a comment. Okay, if I am having a comment of divisibility rule, I'll give you the lecture of divisibility rule also. Am I clear? Okay, so for that, understand this thing very clearly. Understand HCF and LCM in a next lecture. We are going to learn the fractions. Till that time, learn with the joy. Bye bye.